Do you ever listen to the soundtrack of your life? Maybe how it is when you get up and down off the mat. You know, sometimes we have a tendency to, I just did it. I got down on the mat and I went, oh, and I realized that's actually a negative thing to do, you know. What you're doing is you're signaling to yourself that, oh, I'm stiff, I'm sore, I'm old. So I'm going to suggest you change the soundtrack of your life. Notice the soundtrack of your life as you go through the day and make any changes you need, because a positive sound like, that's going to feel much better than, oh. So that's my tip of the day. So with that, let's go into a little hip release session. We're going to start, though, by working with our necks. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, let's go right to neck rolls. We want to pay attention to our body. We want to move where it feels good to move, linger where it feels good to linger. So we roll through this. You can twist, you can turn, anything that feels nice. We just kind of want to get the shoulders loosened up just a little bit before we start. Let's reverse direction. Yummy. And return to center with some gentle shoulder rolls up to your ears, back and down. Maybe a big smile on your face. You know, it doesn't hurt. In fact, that's one of my tips also, you know. It's just like if you're ever feeling a little down, you know, you can do all kinds of things, tapping, meditation, things. But you can also go in the mirror and give yourself a big old goofy smile. It works. Let's do one side at a time. Roll around. It's really better than the opposite. You know, they say it takes less muscles to smile and frown. I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. Who cares? And now take those shoulders forward. Let's roll them out a little bit, spreading your wings. Spread your wings a little. And, you know, you might want to do one of those at a time. You know, it's interesting. When you do one at a time, it really seems to enhance the movement, enhance the motion. And you're throwing that little twist, too. So it feels kind of good. Let's do just one more shoulder. We're going to do a little bit of flight. We're going to tap the floor. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. So we inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, push them away, and the tips of your wings come up. Now, one thing I like about flying, if you envision yourself soaring above, being able to get a fresh perspective on what's below, and maybe that's your body today. Getting that fresh perspective so that you can have a better understanding. You know, I had some issues in class this morning, and where my right neck and my left buttocks was sore. And I realized that I'd been sitting an extra 2 hours in my chair last night, and that I had a little bit of a cross-body issue going on there. So as you notice these issues in your body, it's something you can work on. It's awareness. Let's come back to center and take a breath or two. We're going to just settle in for a breath or two. It's bringing awareness into your body. See, I know I've got to do some extra stretches for my left glute today because of that extra time in the chair yesterday. You'd love that one too. I spent 2 hours yesterday afternoon creating something and making changes to one of our websites, and at night I decided that was the bad move. I spent 2 hours undoing it. But it was a great thought process that got me through the whole situation, made me realize what I had originally was just perfect. So let's go ahead and we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We take our knees out wide. Now I'm on a bolster. You may notice I like a bolster. A little bit of elevation helps you sit up straighter, especially if you've got any kind of a rounded back issue at all. Bolster can be on or off for this particular exercise. We're going to stretch our inner thighs. We're going to work around our hips today. But this particular exercise, you always want to warm up the muscles first. So your arms, think of them as weights at the gym. You put them on the inside of your knees. You squeeze in against those weights, and then you release out. We're going to do about a half dozen of these. So squeeze in, release, squeeze in, release, and a couple more. 5 or 6 is fine. Now, this is where the stretching comes in. We're going to reverse that process. You're going to squeeze the knees in and then use your arms to spread the legs, straightening your adductors. The inside of your legs, your groin a little bit, inner thigh muscles, I call them. It's a whole group of muscles in there. Want to get those stretched, but we only want to do 3 or 4 of these. Those are usually muscles that are already a little long and they really need more strength, but it's nice to get them open. Cool. Let's release that. Now we're going to take our legs straight out front. This is called staff position. It helps to get the hip lined up. We're going to drop our hands to our side. Your fingers face forward. Again, on or off your bolster. And we're going to sweep arms up overhead with a big breath. And we're going to open up the back by reaching forward down toward our toes. So you take some nice deep breaths in, reaching as long as comfortably as you can. The goal is not to get the toes. The goal is to go into the deepest stretch for your best stretch. Sometimes if you force it, God, I hate it when they try to force you into poses, because all you do is end up breaking things, and that's not what we want to do. So let's take another deep breath in. Sweep those arms up overhead. Extend them long. Exhale. Float all the way down. Woo. They're out there somewhere. Not that time. Okay, we breathe. Take a breath. Let it go. And we're going to do one more this time. Really extend those arms long. Get the body long. And now we forward fold all the way down. And there they are. Sweet. See if you ease into poses. Then you get that position. Now you can pull back on even if you don't have your toes, pull them back. Pull them back towards your forehead. Feel the calves become engaged. And we breathe. Breathe. Nice. Now, as you release this, we're going to go ahead and bend our left knee, put the left foot on the outside of the right leg. We're going to reach around that leg. We're going to throw in a little twist. Hip opener. We're working on the IT band, the hips, giving that a nice little stretch, but you're also throwing in this beautiful torso, this little twist right here. And we breathe. Nice deep breaths. You can look over the back shoulder. And you can do it this way. Some people like to bring that arm around like that, but however works for you. And let's switch sides. So take that leg long, bend the opposite knee out on the side. You can either reach around or use the arm as leverage as you rotate. And you're stretching the leg. You're getting that beautiful stretch on the IT band, glutes. And look over the back shoulder, throwing in the torso twist. Nice. We're going to return. We're moving back to our butterfly, our cobbler pose. But we're going to slide off our bolster. If you're on a bolster, we're going to take our hands just a little bit behind. We're going to lean back and open up a little bit more by lifting our bottom up in the air. Oh, yeah. This is reverse table, but it's a wide-kneed reverse table. This is going to build a little strength, but this is also opening the hips. So just take a breath or two here, and then gently, very gently come back down. Ooh, yummy, huh? Good. Now we're going to sit tall. We're going to do a twist to the side. And let's come around to the other side. Good. Unwind. Soles your feet. Go to the mat. Work those feet out wide. And we're going to take the knees side to side as we lean back into our arms. Oh, yeah. This is working the quadriceps. Yeah. Just let them drop. Try to keep the body as still as possible. Let them drop. You can pause on each side. We float side to side. Yeah. Now, let's take our knees down to the left. We're going to pick our torso up. We're going to sit straight. And we're going to rotate to the left. We bring our torso down. Now let's stretch this way. We're stretching the hip. We're back into that little torso twist. So take some nice deep breaths here. We're going to hold this for about 4 or 5 nice deep breaths. Keep that breath moving nice and deep. You breathe. I got one little adjustment I need to make here on my camera. Okay. Excellent. You keep breathing. Good. Now make your way back up. Once again, we lean back. We take those knees side to side. Yeah. My incredible wife at the other studio, she logged on to Zoom, and all I had was a big old message on my screen. I couldn't see my screen for adjusting. So I just had a big old message that said, "You are signed out." I certainly am. So let's go down to the other side. You drop the knees, bring the torso upright, rotate, and then come down for this beautiful little twist. We're going to do some nice deep breaths, letting the body relax, opening the hips, opening the lower part of the torso. Sweetness, yumminess. Beautiful stretching. Cool. Let's release that. We're going to come back up, and now we're going to take our legs out wide. Woo, yummy. Inhale those arms straight up overhead. We're going to reach out for our feet, coming into our forward fold. We're going to engage the legs. Yeah, you can straighten the knees if you can. If you can't get the feet, that's no problem. Pull those toes back towards your forehead either way. Take some nice breaths. And, sometimes you got to get bunched up and back there. You need to pull the flesh off the sit bones, they call it. Nice. Now we bring our torso upright. Bend your left knee. Place that left foot right on the inside of the right leg. So you got this setup. Now you rotate your torso towards the long leg. We sweep arms up overhead and a big breath in. We're going to forward fold all the way down, reaching for that foot. We pull back. We straighten the leg. We take a couple breaths in this position. This is all working around the lower torso, the upper body, the lower body, hips. Yeah, I speak funny sometimes. That's okay. You know what I mean. Now, let's open the side a little bit more. What we simply do is roll our torso to the inside. The left arm comes up and over, reach over. Some of you will reach over and grab your foot. Other people will be like me and just go as far as you can go. Yeah. That's nice. What I like about this stretch is this little reward right here. Come back up, rotate towards that bent knee, give it a hug. Oh, that always feels nice. Keeping the other leg engaged. We come down. This really opens things up. Nice little stretching series. How long you want to hang out here? Another 3 or 4 breaths? Isn't that nice? I'd go with that. Let's do one more big breath. He says you gently roll up. We go back to our wide leg position. Once again, get them out. Lift up overhead, big breath in. As you reach down, you go down towards those feet. Once again, maybe it feels a little better. Ooh, hope so. Maybe one side feels different than the other. Yeah, hope so. Maybe. The power of maybe. So we roll that torso back up. This time, believe it's your right knee you're going to bend, tucking that right foot into the left leg. That left leg, it's long. You can see your toes way out there. We reach up. Big breath in, reaching down toward those toes. Either getting them, or if you don't, engage the leg, pull the toes back to, the toes, pull them back towards your forehead either way. Get the whole back of the leg engaged. We'll take 3 or 4 breaths here. You're going to feel a beautiful stretch on the opposite side, on the right outside of your back. We take some deep breaths, allowing the release, the gentle release. And then rotate that torso to the inside. Opposite arm reaches up and over. Should be your right arm. Reaches up and over. Get that big stretch reaching down towards your toes, breathing right into your side. That side expands on the inhale, reaches on the exhale. We're letting the ribs, the intercostal spread, allowing those muscles inside more room to stretch. And the more you can open up the ribs, the more you open up those muscles, the more you're going to be able to take deep breaths. You're going to take deeper and deeper breaths, filling up your lungs. Increasing the lung capacity. And how huge is that? We'll come back up, rotate towards that bent knee, give it a little hug. Coming right on down. And some nice deep breaths. We're kind of wrapping up. Short to moderate length session. A simple, quick hip and lower torso opener, and just for ease of movement, to help with ease of movement during the day. We got all kinds of little sessions like this you can do. And just to help the body move and to feel good, to move with ease, that's what it's all about. That's why we do this. So as you make your way up, let's go out wide leg one more time. Inhale up overhead, big breath in. You can lean forward reaching for your toes, or you can even bring those hands forward if you'd like. We're simply going to take 2 or 3 breaths here. Nice, however you want to do it. And as you make your way up, we're going to cross our legs, returning to that seated position right where we started. So let's just take a couple breaths. I mean, that's, boy, I don't know about you, but I feel the blood moving. I feel my hips open, a little bit of nice opening in the lower upper body. It doesn't matter. Right around here, right around the core. Should feel some nice opening there. So take another nice deep breath in. And release. In most sessions, I like to end with a little twist to the side. It always feels good to wring it out. And we wring it out the other direction one more time. We come to the front. We hinge forward, coming down nice and gentle. Yeah, and as you roll up, we take those arms out, sweep them up overhead. We gather the heavens, plug them right into our heartbeat. Moment of gratitude. I mean, never hurts. My God, just find something you're grateful for. Send out those thank yous. And then Go out and have an amazing day. And we'll see you next time.